good evening and welcome to Catholic Focus right here on Capuchin TV. I'm Maureen Kimani and a sign language interpreter is Charity Ngema. Pope Leo XIV, during his general audience today, called on the faithful to embrace sincere sorrow as a powerful starting point for conversion and spiritual renewal. Reflecting on Jesus' revelation of betrayal at the Last Supper, the Pope emphasized that true love cannot exist without truth, and that acknowledging our fragility opens the door to healing, not condemnation.
This question, surely it is not I, is perhaps among the sincerest that we can ask ourselves. It's not the question of the innocent, but of the disciple who discovers himself to be fragile. It's not the cry of the guilty, but the whisper of him who, wanting to love, is aware of being able to do harm. It's in this awareness that the journey of salvation begins. Jesus does not denounce in order to humiliate. He speaks the truth because he desires to save. In order to be saved, it is necessary to feel that one is involved, to feel that one is beloved despite everything, to feel that evil is real, but it does not have the last word. Only those who have known the truth of a deep love can also accept the wound of betrayal.
More than 250 young people from across the country have converged in Machakos town to receive training in organic farming in a bid to empower themselves, create jobs and fight climate change. Our reporter Lillian Kimanthi has more details.
The youth, drawn from 41 countries under the umbrella of the non-governmental organization Pelam Kenya, are calling on the government to establish a formal funding program for young people venturing into agribusiness and allocate them land.
One of the things that youth we have missed for a long time is about support of various partners and stakeholders, and especially the government. And we have had a platform where we are going to showcase our strength and even our potential. And one of the things that affects us youth is about climate change. And we are very vulnerable, and we are looking for this opportunity to request for more advocacy in issues, implementation of youth policies, and even mainstreaming issues about agroecology, where there is opportunity for us youth to scale up.
Then hiyo kitu ingine mambo na land. Hii ni changamoto ingine kubwa zaidi juu young people to own land. Land iko na wazazi wetu ama pia wao hawana ama yao ni kidogo. So about land kitu tunafanya, tuna encourage mavijana waombe wazazi wao land, na pia wazazi wa trust vijana. Juu nenyewe shida, juu mzazi anaona ukinipatia land nitauza, of which is not true. I want to do business, I want to do something with it, and it will bring value to me and my family.
According to Pelam Kenya Programs Officer Monica Nyaga, many young people have the necessary skills to sustain themselves through organic farming, but lack of adequate funding remains a major obstacle.
Changamoto yenye iko is how to access, na pia unapata the application processes, na pia some of the not really expectation but some of the terms and conditions they're not favoring young people. So tuna request kama government, we appreciate the youth fund, the women enterprise fund, what banks are doing, and other initiatives are supporting young people to access funds. Young people, please tell them about this information. Please make the systems work for them. Please give them enough time if they are loans to be able to pay. If they are grants, let them be even reasonable grants.
One of the program's beneficiaries, an Ongola from Kisumu County, has since started producing natural wine juice free from harsh chemicals, already certified by the government laboratories.
Kuna shamba ya kupanda roselle. It's not a big farm, it's just a smaller farm where we as youth tuliamua to practice agroecology. So I came up with this idea of making wine, and this is a red wine yenye nimetengeneza out of roselle, a dried roselle.
Experts note that organic farming not only addresses healthy challenges facing many Kenyans, but also offers a viable path to employment for the youth.
Nimeweza mimi kama kijana kuweza kujipanga kununua ng'ombe na tena kufanya family addition ya maziwa through Mosik, ambapo yenye nimefanya hiyo ndio imenisaidia sana. Nimeweza kufunza vijana, kuleta mpaka kiwango hata wajifunze kwa mambo ya value addition na wafuga hata mifugo.
We also make fertilizers which are chemical free like bokash, and we also make ash brew, and also the use of rabbit urine in controlling pests and also making it as fertilizers. So through this program, it has impacted lives and improved the income of households.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, I am Lilian Kimanthi.
Small-scale miners in Kenya are said to benefit from a 5.8 billion gold refinery under construction in Lindabisa, Ikoloni, Kakamega County. Ikolomani MP Bernard Shinali praised the project's progress and vowed to ensure timely completion.
Manyumba vile mnaona zote zimefanyiwa walling yote, sasa ni upande ya roofing. Naweza sema iko karibu 80%, 75-80% through, na manjia kuna police post hapa, kutakuwa na banking hall hapa, kutakuwa na processing yenyewe huko nyuma ambayo ni nyumba kubwa ya 83 meters ambayo yote mashini itatoka ng'ambo iweze kumalizia gold yetu hapa iwe fully processed, ikitoka hapa inaweza enda kwa world market. The gold refinery iko internationally accredited. Hiyo ni kumaanisha bei ya gold ile itakuwa hapa kila siku itakuwa ile ya international market. Watu wetu hawataumia sana tena. Hawataumia tena kwenda kutafuta mahali ya kuuza gold yao. Wakifika hapa hata ikiwa gramu moja, ikiwa kilo moja, yote italipwa hapa na bei ya siku hiyo international market.
In Kakamega County, calls have been made for young people to take full advantage of available opportunities to drive innovation and development. Speaking during the International Youth Day celebration at Masinde Muliro University, leaders urged the youth to channel their creativity towards achieving the sustainable development goals. Asasha Elizabeth has the details.
Thousands of young people from across the country converged at the Masinde Muliro University in Kakamega County to mark International Youth Day, an event meant to celebrate the potential creativity and resilience of the youth.
An international event with a national look for our case. We've brought youth from every part of this country. We've brought representatives from every county who are gathered here. Today, we are expecting not less than 3,000 sit-ins today for the commemoration of the International Youth Day.
We are excited to be spending the day here with young people celebrating International Youth Day. Vijana wajue kuhusu kazi majuu, kazi mtandaoni na kazi kwa ground, ili tuweze kuimarisha mazao na kazi ya vijana, wapate kutengeneza pesa, wapate kujimudu kimaisha na tujenge nchi pamoja.
This year's theme, Empowering Youth Action for the Sustainable Development Goals and Beyond, aims to amplify the voices and aspirations of young people while urging them to contribute towards national and global development.
The theme of this year is empowering local youth actions for SDGs and beyond. You and me know that the United Nations equally adopted the Sustainable Development Goals, among them being education, poverty alleviation, climate action, and even partnerships, among many others. We are expecting His Excellency the President will be here in some few minutes to grace this event. And this is a very big honor to have the President attend the International Youth Day. It shows commitment of the government in amplifying the youth agenda.
President's daughter Charlene Ruto challenged young people to bridge the gap between generations, government and youth themselves, and to counter misinformation with facts.
We've been saying as young people that we are not aware of the opportunities that government has for us. And that is why we have come here today. We may not be all the young people in the country here today, but the few who are here, the thousands who are here, the message we receive will be able to share with many other young people across the country. I believe what we've been facing as a nation and as young people is a miss in the gap. We need to bridge that gap between government, between the young people, between the older generation and us, the younger generation. And the only way we can do this is when we have the right information.
Acting Chief Executive Officer of the National Youth Council, Gloria Wawera, underscored the council's mission to link young people with opportunities in employment, skills training and entrepreneurship.
The full purpose na nia haswa ya this function ni kuconnect youth to opportunity. Vijana wanasema hakuna janta, hakuna kazi, wanasema hakuna opportunities. Tumekuja kudemonstrate hapa that kuna opportunities. Yule ambayo anataka kufanya skilling, kuna watu wa ajira, watu wa Ministry of ICT hapa. Yule ambaye anatafuta kazi, kuna National Employment Authority. Yule ambaye ako na biashara, kuna Youth Fund. Na yule ambaye ajui aanzie wapi, kuna National Youth Council. Nia yetu na kazi yetu ni kuwaunganisha vijana na fursa, na ndio maana tumekuja hapa. Ili vijana wote nchini Kenya na haswa hapa Kakamega wapate kujua fursa ziko wapi ili wajisaidie na wajimudu kimaisha.
The celebrations also marked the climax of the National Youth Week, a series of events showcasing culture, innovation and creativity among Kenyan youth.
As you remember, we started last week in Kilifi with the launch of the National Youth Week. Here in Kenya, every year in August, we celebrate the National Youth Week, a chance for young people to celebrate our culture, our strength, our innovation and creativity. And we're very excited to be hosting the President of the Republic today, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, the Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Youth, Honorable Salim Mvurya, the PS, Comrade Fikirini Jacobs, alongside other agencies of government.
With the head of state gracing the occasion, organizers say the day was as much about aspiration as it is about action. Asasha Elizabeth, reporting for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV.
The Anti-Corruption Court in Bungoma has once adjourned a high-profile corruption case involving former senior executive of Nzoia Sugar Company. The trial, which has been in the court for 7 years, is linked to alleged misappropriation of millions of shillings from the struggling state-owned miller. Here's the report in details.
Former Nzoia Sugar Company Managing Director Godfrey Sifuna Wanyonyi and 7 other top officials were due back in court today for the final stretch of their corruption trial. Proceedings were set to feature testimony from the last 2 witnesses from Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. But the hearing stalled after one of the accused, Benson Atege, failed to appear reportedly due to illness. Senior Principal Magistrate Josephat Gishimu consequently postponed the matter to October 22nd, 2025.
Challenge with getting an early date is, you normally close the diary for these matters. You had closed the diary here today and tomorrow.
Yes, we will appear for the date accused person. Unfortunately, on the part of the date accused person, we will not be ready to proceed for the reason that the date accused person is unavailable.
So then the matter is adjourned to 22nd of October.
The case, which began in 2018, centers on accusations that the company's directors conspired to embezzle 11 million Kenya shillings. Among those charged are company's Secretary Benson Atege Wafula, Chief Accountant John Wanyonyi Wekesa, Accountant Kenneth Onyango Omwango, Internal Auditor Benson Sitati Wahungu, Auditor Robert Vincent Juma, Supervisor Kenneth Wafula Wanchala, also known as Mkombozi, and Clerk Juliet Nganga. With yet another adjournment, the long-running case raises fresh questions about the pace of justice in corruption trials that touch on state corporations. Reporting for Capuchin TV, Catholic Focus, I am Deborah Mwanya.
The nationwide nurses' strike has entered its fourth day with patients in Machakos bearing the brunt. The services remain paralyzed while interior nurses have suspended the strike for 30 days after talks with the county government. Charles Maviton reports.
The nationwide nurses' strike is revealing a stark contrast in outcomes across Kenya counties. In Machakos, the industrial action has now entered its fourth day, crippling services at the county's main health facilities. At Machakos Level 5 hospital, wards stands nearly empty. Only a few patients remain, some with broken limbs, others dependent on oxygen, and all struggling without the care of trained nursing staff.
I hear that they cannot even get painkillers.
During an impromptu visit to Machakos Level 5 and Kangudo Level 4 Hospital, Senator Agnes Kavindu found beds lying vacant. She expressed deep concern over what she described as a total collapse of healthcare services and urged the county government to act swiftly to end the crisis.
Because like in Machakos, I've found terrible cases, strokes, people in oxygen, people with broken, legs, and they've all been discharged to go home. And so I'm saying that those patients should not be discharged. Governor should find a quick solution to the issues that are running here. And when I reached out to Sakwa, the leader of the nurses, he told me that they had met with the governor earlier on, and they had agreed on some issues which has not been fulfilled, and that's why they've gone on strike. So I'm calling upon the governor and our executive, especially the Waziri wa Health, because health is critical. They sit down with the nurses, they sit down with whoever is concerned, and they bring a solution to this matter.
Patients and their families are now bearing the brunt. Accident survivor Jacob Kioko says he has endured unbearable hardship without nursing support.
Kwa majina ni Jacob Mwendo Kioko. Hapa niliadmitiwa June 23. Niko na miezi almost 3 hapa. Nikiwa nimelala hivyo. Na niko na almost 1 week. Nikiwa sipati madawa na nikiwa sintresiwe. Na wakati wangu wa kulala hivyo uliisha. Kwa hivyo chenye nilikuwa nangojea hii week ni mazoezi na sifanyiwi mazoezi. Hadi nimelala hivyo mpaka nikachoka. Hadi nikiamsha kichwa wanga na hizi kizunguzungu. So chenye naweza uliza governor tuangalie ile mashida yenye tuko nayo atusaidie. Juu hata hatupati painkiller, hakuna mwenye anatusaidia. Tunaona madaktari tu wakipita tukiwaita hawaitiki, wanatuambia kila mtu ashughulike na maisha yake. Ama tukujiwe tuende nyumbani. Na hakuna usaidizi yenye tunapata. So kama mnaweza tusaidia tu mtusaidie.
While Frederick Ngei and his sisters are providing round-the-clock care for their ailing mother. For John Silla, the absence of medical attention has left him desperately seeking a transfer for his critical ill brother.
Na tunajaribu tu kupambana nazo, juu hatuwezi kumwachia mama. Na hatujui tumtoe hapa tumpeleke wapi. Gavana anatakiwa aweze kushughulikia zile hali ziko za madaktari ama manasi ili kazi iweze kuendelea mbele. Kwa sababu tunaamini kuna ushuru na kuna pesa za kushughulikia wagonjwa.
Union leaders in Machakos accused the county government of ignoring salary reviews, violating return to work agreements, and failing to address career progression and staffing shortages.
Wagonjwa na wakazi wa Machakos, tungependa kueleza kwa sasa hatutakuwa kazini. Lakini pia tunamuomba mwajiri wetu arudi chini kwa meza, akae atuongeleshe. Sisi kwa mara ya kwanza tunaenda mgomo kwa hii county as nurses. Kwa sababu kenye tunaona mwajiri wetu akifanya kwa sasa, amekataa kuongea na sisi. Na venye amekataa kuongea na sisi, tutalazimika kuchukua njia.
Therefore, the strike will continue until the government fully implements the agreed promotion and salary term.
Number 1 was the issue of UHC. Number 2, non-remittance of deductions made, of third-party deductions made. Number 3 was an issue of promotions. Number 4 was our CBA. Number 5, SRC circular, which had been issued in 2024, for up to date has never been implemented by our employers. Number 7, we had an issue of promotions. Now, We've engaged the county, we've engaged the Ministry of Labour, the Minister for Labour, or the CS for Labour, Dr. Mutua, advised us to engage the Labour Department. We were able to ratify our strike to 8th of August, where we gave them 30 days for negotiations. So far, we can say on our end as Machakos, we've been involved in all negotiations, and we are expecting to get our certificate, as we have already engaged the Ministry of Labour and the Department of Labour accordingly.
Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
But in Siaya, there is a temporary breakthrough after 3 days of consultative talk. Nurses there have suspended their strike for 30 days, giving the county government time to address their grievance.
We expect our employer to execute within 30 days, and others as explained in our agreement. And for that, we are calling upon our nurses from wherever they are to go back to work as early as tomorrow morning, so that our community and our patients can start getting the services that are offered by our nurses.
County Secretary Joseph Ogutu said both sides have committed to honoring the agreement, while union officials have also called on the nurses to return to their station immediately.
We have reached a resolution whereby we have agreed on the matters that were under contention, and we have signed an agreement with the union officials that paves way for the nurses to resume duties with immediate effect. This agreement has been signed this evening, and the two parties, that is the county government of Siaya and the chapter or the branch of Kenya Nurses Union, have both agreed to abide by the terms as set out in the agreement.
The trust in Siaya offer a lifeline to local patients, but for those in Machakos, relief remained out of reach as the standoff drags on. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Jas Mavaton.
The Confederation of African Football has fined Kenya 6.4 million for security breaches at Kasarani during the ongoing CHAN tournament. CAF's disciplinary board warned that repeated violations could lead to relocation of national team matches. FKF President Hussein Mohammed urged fans to use e-tickets.
So please only buy tickets from the official platforms that we have provided. Once the tickets are sold out, please watch the game from the comfort of your home or in your favorite social joint and cheer our national team from there. Kindly do not come to the stadium if you do not hold a valid digital ticket. Number two, you're encouraged to arrive at the stadium on match day at least 5 hours before kickoff with your ticket ready on your mobile phone for quick verification. Don't wait for last minute. If you're trying to come to the stadium at 2 o'clock, if the game is at 3, for example, you're too late. And thirdly, everyone must follow all security guidelines and instructions from event officials at all times. Please follow the direction of the stewards, of the security personnel, and everybody on the ground as you are directed. This enables free flow of people in and out of the stadium, and it guarantees your safety and security. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Kenyans, the future of Kenyan football now depends on our collective responsibility and cooperation. Continued security breaches risk attracting severe sanctions from the relevant authorities, sanctions that will ultimately deny Kenyan fans the chance to enjoy such events in the future and erode the gains that we have already achieved in the recent past. Why do you want to destroy the gains that we have made? Why do we want to set ourselves back 10, 15 years? And we have come such a long way to fix our local football.
We are here this morning to address issues raised by CAF last night. You are all aware that CAF have responded, giving us sanctions regarding the behavior of our spectators in the last 3 matches. We had said before that we are hosting CHAN and we need to have some good behaviors. This has not been fulfilled. CAF have taken decisions to fine FKF for the last 3 matches, which is unacceptable. We appreciate the support our spectators have given Harambee Stars. We appreciate the many supporters who have attended our matches from the beginning, both at Nyayo and Kasarani. But we are disappointed a bit because of the few who have violated regulations to break into the stadium and force their way through. From Sunday, we have had meetings with the FKF, government and Ministry of Interior. Last night and today we shall have another meeting to ensure that this bad behavior is not repeated on Sunday. It is our wish that our fans who are coming in large numbers behave well.
And we kindly apologize for that technical hitch on that sports story. Now moving on, the government has unveiled a plan to make this Sunday Africa's Nation Championship clash between Kenya's Harambee Stars and Zambia more accessible and secure for supporters. 6 official fan zones have been designated across Nairobi to bring the stadium experience closer to the people while managing crowd numbers at Kasarani. David Kiprotich has the details.
Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Mvurya says the fan zones will be located at Uhuru Park, Lakisama, Ngomo area behind Kasarani Stadium, Dandora Stadium, Utalii Stima Club, Jacaranda Grounds and Kibera DC Grounds. The zones, strategically positioned within city neighborhoods, will allow fans to watch the match in comfort and safety, easing pressure on Moi International Sports Center Kasarani.
But we have also taken cognizance that there are many fans who may not have the opportunity to come to the stadium, and therefore we have taken measures to create fan zones across Nairobi. We will be creating a fan zone in Jacaranda, where we'll have a big screen. We'll have a big screen in Uhuru Park. We'll have a big screen in which other place? Dandora. In Dandora. We'll also have another big screen in Utalii area and also the area adjacent to Kasarani. So we'll have screens in 6 areas of the city. And basically this is a measure to ensure that we provide an opportunity for those who are not able to access the stadium to watch the games in the big screens, and equally in those fan zones we will make sure that they are secure and safe.
Mvurya says the initiative is part of the government's commitment to creating an inclusive football experience.
So I want to appeal to all Kenyans. Kenya is now rising. You know, football has really given us an opportunity to profile our country. And we want to congratulate Harambee Stars. They have not let Kenyans down. But as we cheer them, as we cheer our team, there are also key protocols that we need to observe, which we need to comply with CAF, and many of them relate to security. So we need just to cooperate and continue to enjoy the game.
In line with the tournament safety protocols, extra security personnel will be deployed to protect fans, players, teams, and officials. Only spectators with valid match tickets will be allowed into the stadium, in strict compliance with CAF directives. CAF has capped the stadium's attendance at 27,000 fans to ensure safety and order.
This tournament has united Kenya across the divide, and we are happy. And we have seen how Kenyans have been cheering, supporting our team, and that is an issue that we want to thank all Kenyans. As we thank all Kenyans and also appreciate the support of CAF, it is also notable that we have had a number of gaps. Some of these gaps have led to sanctions to FKF, and I want to say that as government we have taken note, and we have assured CAF that we will support FKF to ensure that those gaps are properly covered. And part of them relate to security, and some of them relate to the behavior of our funds.
With the fan zones in place, the government hopes to turn Sunday's Chan Showdown into a city-wide celebration, both inside and outside Kasarani. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Capuchin David.
That's all we had for this edition of Catholic Focus. Thank you for watching. Maureen Kimani, and our signed language interpreter has been Charity Ngema. Until next time, stay informed with Capuchin TV, and may God bless you.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.